Hello, my name is Sam Linkchorst, and I am Pomona's construction chair, as well as the driver for Cal Poly's 2022 float Stargrazers, which won the Animation Award for Best Display of Animation. This was the first time Cal Poly won the Animation Award since the award was changed from the Princess Award in 1984. The last Cal Poly float to win the Princess Award for its animation was our 1983 float While the Cat's at Play. Stargrazers was originally planned for the 2021 Rose Parade, which was canceled due to the COVID-19 epidemic. This is the first time the parade was canceled in 75 years, with the previous cancellations being between 1942 to 1945 due to World War II. When we came back from the COVID shutdowns, we had a choice to choose a new concept or to make Stargrazers go down Colorado Boulevard. With some minor alterations to the original design, we chose to continue with Stargrazers. It was also the first float to be built in the new lab building on the Pomona campus. The float was a play on the nursery rhyme, "Hey diddle diddle, the cat and the fiddle, the cow jumped over the moon." We provided our own polytechnic twist on this by creating a scene where through a series of steps, cows construct, test, and eventually fly over the moon using their own jetpacks. On the front of a float, we have Elon Musk, a welding cow whose arm pivots up and down to strike a welding arc on a new rocket. The weld arc was demonstrated by a flashing strobe at each strike. He had white rice for his body and whole almonds for the spots. A failed rocket was by the welding table's leg. Whole cranberries surrounded the failed rocket's nose cone, onion seed created its black lip, and a mix of gray seeds for the body. To his left, Chewbacca the dog rocked back and forth in the fetal position. His fur was pampas grass, purple status for the collar, and hay around the box to look like an actual hay bale. The surrounding sunflowers used dill for the green, yellow straw flower for the petals, and beans for the seeds. We also made a broken fence to really tie in that barnyard aesthetic. In the middle of the float was a brown science cow named McBeef who was testing a prototype jetpack that lifted, rotated side to side, and shot out CO2 with a spiraling vortex of decorated foam balls inside. To his left were a dish and spoon bringing another rocket fuel milk bottle. One of our annual hidden symbols is a literal spoon welded on the float. This spoon was one of the spoon character's hands, and on the back of the dish is a made in 1949, done in black onion seed. This was a nod to the program's first float, Rocking Horse, in the 1949 parade. On the right side was a cat named Katniss, who set aside their fiddle to monitor the data on the computer on a Maluka bark desk, and beside them was a rat named Smudge. On the monitor was Turtles in Space, which was a nod to our 2019 float Far Out Frequencies and our 2020 float Aquatic Aspirations. The fiddle was covered in palm bark with brown seeds on the frets and flax seeds on the back. All the black was done in onion seed. Nearby were a windsock, anemometer, and a satellite to help monitor weather conditions. Towering over the float, a flying cow named Maleficent jumped over the moon with the overheight disguised as a jetpack exhaust trail. It rolled side to side and thrust CO2 out of the jetpack as it changed directions. The moon was covered in yellow mums, and halved kumquats were used for the craters. Due to a shortage of white mums, baby's breath was used to make the jetpack's vapor trail. On the rear of the float surrounding the pod were spinning stars. Ground walnut was used for the pod's dirt, cotton for the clouds, and sod for the grass. On the moon was a tribute to one of our alumni, Ron Simons, who passed this year. He was nicknamed the Man on the Moon due to his role in our 1962 float. An astronaut was placed on the moon who had seaweed and lunaria for the reflective hen lens and blended white sweet rice for the base white color and purple status pedaling for extra detail. On the back was a miniature Cal Poly Rose Float logo patch. Other hidden symbols were hidden Mickeys in the rocks on the cliff faces and in the cow spots. Mushrooms were strategically placed around the ground, and lastly, Maleficent's jetpack had the Rastafarian colors. A last-minute addition to the float was an Easter egg in the form of a football covered in flaxseed with the onion seed text "Madden" above the strings and "Ride High" below the white bean strings to honor the Cal Poly San Luis Obispo alumnus and football great John Madden, who died on December 28, 2021.